Housewives changed my brain chemistry, and you guys are probably like, Kennedy, you're so dramatic, but like, hear me out. Also, I'm self-tanning my face, like contouring it, so if you think I look crazy, that's why. But anyways, growing up, like 16-year-old me was like, I'm just gonna like marry a rich man and that's gonna be it, and it's the easy way out. But you know that saying that's like, oh, if you marry someone for money, you'll be paying for the rest of your life. That's, I think, 100% true. And being 16 though, I'm like, oh, that's the easy way out. Well, then TikTok starts happening. I start making my own money. I become financially independent. And I'm like, wait, this shit is amazing. Like, I go on the complete opposite end of the spectrum of like, I can't imagine ever going back. Also, I kind of grew up in like a family that was like, my dad paid for our phone bills growing up and paid for my car. And it was kind of this overhanging thing at all times being like, well, I can take this away from you. I can take this away from you at any time because I'm the one paying for it. And so I think then coming into my own like financial independence, I was like, fuck that. I never, ever want to be in a situation like that ever again. And then started watching The Real Housewives, like, I don't know, a couple months ago. And seeing specifically like Bethany Frankel, like say whatever you want about her, what a fucking boss at the end of the day. Like seeing her trajectory happen on the show and like seeing her seemingly being one of like the ones that don't have as much money in the early seasons of The Real Housewives. Like a lot of these women are like married to wealthy men and just kind of like being housewives and whatever. And Bethany's like she wants to find a husband, she wants to have a kid, but like she also wants her business to succeed, and she's like really like hell-bent on like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna work. Well, she ends up leaving, and while she leaves, a lot of these women who were married to wealthy men get a divorce, and seemingly it seems like their lifestyles kind of have to change, and they're like, oh shit, like what are we gonna do now? And you kind of, I mean, these women are still like very wealthy, but like you see kind of them all kind of having this oh shit moment of like, wow, my life's about to change, right? And then you see Bethany come back and her business has made it, right? Like her business is super successful. She's had a baby. She's going through a divorce. But like to see someone like be able to provide all of that for themselves and have nobody be able to take this away from her. Like to see that a lot of these women kind of did have things taken away from them once they got these divorces. And you just see her like, I mean, she's like, her ex-husband's like trying to rob her. But like, other than that, like just seeing that she's like making so much money and like doing all these things for herself and her daughter is so inspiring, and just made me be like, I need to work 10 times harder. And because like I want to be that bitch. Like I do not want to be that person who's left in the dust and someone can just like get rid of me and I lose everything. Like it's, I don't know, I just feel like especially having like younger women following me, like I just want to make sure you guys know how important it is in the long run to hold your own. And there's nothing wrong with like being a stay-at-home mom or a housewife, because like I grew up with a stay-at-home mom, and I think like that was so important for me. And me growing up, I really appreciated having a stay-at-home mom. But I also think like I sometimes run into girls that are like younger and in their 20s and they're just like, I just want to marry rich. And it's like, we need to figure it out for ourselves first. And then like if the perfect guy comes around, right? Because like nobody wants to marry a bum, duh. Like I don't want to marry a bum either. Like, but you know, it's just like having that in you to like want to provide for yourself and not just expecting it to come around from a man. Does that make sense? I know it does make sense.